right, it is 6 o'clock. I will call the March 10th, 2026 meeting of the Wythe County Board of Supervisors to order. If you would stand for the invocation by our Pastor Andrew Davis from Fellowship Baptist Church, and remain standing for the pledge. Mr. Davis.
Let us pray. Gracious Father, what a marvelous thing it is what we get to do tonight. A lot of countries in this world don't have this privilege, and may we never forget what we have. Lord, our Commonwealth is facing challenges like never before, and these things are dealt with at a county level, so these supervisors have a great deal on their shoulders. There's a lot of intelligence in this room, Father, but what we desperately need more than anything is your wisdom. And I pray, God, that you'd guide and direct, and that everything that's said and done tonight would please you and be for our good. So we give this time to you and ask you to bless it. And most of all, I'm thankful for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for it's in his name I ask these things. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will note that we do have a quorum with all 7 members present tonight. The first item on the agenda is citizens' time. When I call your name, just state your name. We're going to do a little bit of a procedure change. I can see your address here, so we don't want to publicize that. So if the first person that we have signed up to speak is Mr. Tony Floyd. Mr. Floyd?
Afternoon. I don't have a prepared speech this time, so I'll keep it simple. Just on the data center CEO up there, if we could get an update on when you think that they may be able to come by and organize some type of discussion, and just you can answer that now or in supervisor's time. Either way is fine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Floyd. Mr. Bauer, I did have that written down. Do we have an update on
Still nothing scheduled yet. I continue to discuss it with them.
that? Okay. Yeah, if we could speed that up, I think we need to get that taken care of. That's all we had signed up for citizens' time, so I'll close citizens' times. We'll move on to payment of invoices. All member has received a packet with invoices in it. Is there any invoices any member has questions for or would like to pull out? Hear none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the invoices as presented.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Terry. Do I have a second? Second. Got a second by Mr. Burnett. Any questions? We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Aye.
So approved. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the previous meeting, February 24th. Again, all members has the meeting packet. Is there any questions or additions or retractions from the meetings as presented? Hear none, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Burnett. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Martin. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? So approved. Moving on to old business, we do have appointments. So the New River Highlands RC and D Council, we
do not have
no
that
movement on that. Okay. The Recreation Commission on the West Wytheville side.
Have nothing.
Nothing on that one. While we're on appointments, I know Ms. Collins had sent out the ones that's coming up in June. I did talk to the Fort Chiswell District representative, and he is willing to continue doing that. Do we wait until then, or can we approve him now?
I think we could just wait and then we'll do something early June to
Okay.
do all those. Thank you.
Just wanted to check. All right, so moving on. Next item on the agenda is land use. Mr. Hankins?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. As we discussed at our last meeting, we have confirmed a location for a first community meeting to discuss land use classification or zoning. We're set for the Fort Chiswell High School gym on Monday, March the 30th at 6 p.m. I've attached the announcement, the flyer, and the website's frequently asked questions, which we've had quite a few folks reading through over the last weekend since they were all published. Be glad to answer any questions that you may have, but my expectation and anticipation is that we'll continue to take questions through the website, through our social media channels over the next couple of weeks, and I'll bring you a complete intention of our design for how we intend to engage with the public on that Monday night.
All right, thank you, sir. Does any board member have questions for Mr. Hankins?
I will say that we've had Just a couple of folks submit questions online so far. We've been able to answer those the day they were submitted. We'll continue to do that. Those come to me, to our planner, Lisa Shelton, and to our PIO, Allison Williams. So one of us will answer those when folks have questions.
The only comment I'll make is just thank you for getting that out, and everybody please push that to make sure that your districts are getting that message out. And then everybody that's here tonight, invite a friend, bring as many people as you can. The more people, the better it'll be on getting the opinions of the people in the county. So just sure to be there. With that, we'll move on. Is there any other business under old business? Mr. Byrd?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Hankins? All right. Moving on to new business. First item on the agenda, new business is farm machinery crossing sign. Miss Olivia Krieger.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia Kruger, and I'm a junior at Rural Retreat High School. I'm a member of FFA, 4-H, and Girl Scouts, and I'm proud to share the story behind my Farm Bureau Farm Safety Project, a project that began with my Girl Scout Gold Award, the highest honor a Girl Scout can earn. The Gold Award project challenges Girl Scouts to identify a real issue in their community and create a lasting, sustainable solution. When I began thinking about what I wanted my project to be, I knew it had to be something meaningful, something that would truly make a difference here at home. This project was inspired by a local tragedy when a farmer in our community lost his life in a roadway accident involving farm equipment. His passing deeply impacted everyone around him and opened my eyes to how quickly these incidents can happen. That loss became the driving force behind my dedication on spreading awareness and preventing future accidents. No family should have to experience that kind of heartbreak simply because drivers were unprepared to share the road. That's when I chose to focus on farm roadway safety. My project started with one simple goal: to make our rural roads safer for both farmers and drivers. Growing up around agriculture, I've seen firsthand how dangerous it can be when cars approach tractors or other equipment too fast, or when drivers don't understand the hand signals farmers use. Tractors and combines travel between 15 and 25 miles per hour on roads where the speed limit may be 55. When a vehicle comes over a hill or around a curve at full speed and suddenly meets a slow-moving equipment, it takes only seconds for a serious accident to happen. I realized that even one close call was one too many, and that something needed to change. Through my Gold Award project, I began raising awareness in my community about roadway safety around farm equipment. I created educational material explaining what slow-moving vehicle emblems mean and how drivers should respond when they see flashing lights or hand signals. I spoke with local drivers about slowing down, staying alert, and being patient. I also collaborated with farmers to hear their experiences, many of whom share stories of near misses on hills, blind curves, and heavily traveled routes. I shared all of this at our local Community Heritage Day, where I set up an informational booth to engage directly with families and drivers. I even had a live tractor on display so people could see up close how large farm equipment is and better understand the visibility challenges farmers face on the road. It gave people a real-life perspective and opened up meaningful conversations about what it truly means to share the road safely. As I continued working, I realized awareness alone wasn't enough. We also needed clear reminders on the road itself. That's why one of my major goals is to install more tractor and farm equipment warning signs in high-risk areas throughout our county. Some of the main roads I have chosen to identify, but not limited to, include areas along Peppers Ferry Road, both Wythe and the Max Meadows side, Black Lick Road, and Old Stage Road. Through Farm Bureau, I have expanded this project as part of the Safer Contest and now connected with 4-H's Youth Take Action project, where I'm encouraging other leaders to join the effort. The project was also recognized in the National FFA newsletter, which helped bring even more attention of the importance of rural roadway safety. Together, we are working towards real solutions and spreading awareness beyond our local community. These signs are not meant to clutter our roads. They would be placed strategically in high areas with limited visibility, frequent equipment travel, and higher traffic flow. A simple warning gives drivers time to slow down, prepare, and shift their mindset from highway driving to rural awareness. Agriculture is the background of our community. It supports families, businesses, and our local community. When we talk about supporting agriculture, that support should include protecting the people who feed and fuel our region. Farmers already use slow-moving vehicle emblems, reflectors, and lights, but they cannot control distracted driving or speeding. What we can control is how clearly we communicate the need to share the road safely. My goal is to make sure that every driver who travels our rural roads understands what it means to share the road safely with farmers. Because farm safety isn't just a farmer's responsibility, it's a community's responsibility. This project started as a requirement from our Girl Scout Gold Award project, but it has grown into something much bigger. It has become a mission to create long-term change and prevent future tragedies. If installing additional tractor warning signs can prevent even one serious accident, this effort is worth it. Thank you for supporting my project and for considering steps that will make our rural roads safer for everyone. Together, we can make a difference. One sign, one conversation, one safe road at a time. I appreciate your time and would be happy to answer any questions.
Does anybody have any questions for Ms. Krieger?
I have had the privilege of working with Ms. Krieger at May Day, and I remember her talking about this project back last May, and I am very pleased to see that she's brought it all the way and brought it to the board.
Thank you. And I also have lists of roads and everything that people have gave me, and I've talked to people about where to put these signs, what roads to target on. I also have signatures. I have a lot of people that signed this and were a go for getting these signs out on our roads.
And I'd just like to thank you as well, Ms. Krieger, for your dedication and focus on making sure that this doesn't stop and you keeping the drive going and a focus on the farmer. As you mentioned, ag is a big industry in this county, and there's a lot of roads and a lot of blind spots, especially when it comes to farm equipment coming out, not moving as quickly as a car may be. And I'm as guilty as driving fast as anybody. But when you come into these farm areas, you try to slow down, be cognizant of what you're coming into. So we do have Mr. Schwartz from VDOT here with us tonight. And Mr. Schwartz, what do you need from us to help leverage Ms. Krieger's request to getting these signs taken care of?
So I think Ms. Krieger has made the first steps. She actually, I had sent her some forms to fill out, to kind of identify those locations where you felt like farm equipment was at high risk. She sent those to me today. I forwarded those on to our traffic engineering division. Of course, they'll do a review of each of those and give us a recommendation. I can kind of provide some of the information that they look for in those if you'd like, but I think once we get those back, and then I can reach back out, obviously, to Ms. Krieger and to the board, Stephen, let you know what the results of those are, and then I guess we can kind of go from there, see what our options are.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you get that back to us, and definitely get it back to Ms. Krieger. And Ms. Krieger, don't stop the drive. Keep it going.
Yes, thank you.
And I think I can speak for the 7 members here. If I can't, they'll correct me pretty quick. We're pretty open with each other, but you'll have our support. If we can save a citizen's life, we're definitely going to support that.
Yes, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Next item on the business is congressionally directed spending requests. Mr. Byer, is that you?
I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Hankins. Mr.
All
Hankins.
right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. A few days after your last meeting in February, we got notification from our congressional representatives, Congressman Griffith let us know that we had a week to submit any earmark request for his office to review. Senators Warner and Kane are conducting a joint application as they usually do. They have a little bit longer window, but we've already submitted to Congressman Griffith 2 funding requests. One is to complete construction of the Lots Gap water tank. The second is to replace and upgrade the county cannery facilities co-located with a new extension office. If we decide that those projects are not going to work out the way that we envisioned, we can always change or request that those funds be returned. But our odds are pretty long of being funded, but we asked for what we thought were some of the more critical needs in the community based on our capital improvement plan and some of the discussions that we've had, along with some feedback from you all. As I mentioned, the senators do have a longer window, so if there's another project or two that you feel like really needs attention at this time, you can direct us to do that. Ms. Williams has been submitting the applications. She's been very carefully crafting the words to go into those so that it fits our limited space and conveys the strongest possible message. So I wanted to give you the opportunity, if you want to provide us with direction, if there are other projects that you feel like need immediate attention, that this would be the opportunity to direct us to go ahead and get those into the senators.
I think myself and Supervisor Burnett had both mentioned the Jackson project for the Jackson Elementary School.
Yeah, we have already received the funding
Okay.
for that project. Now, it's a grant loan. We've not received what part of it may be a forgivable loan in the process. That may hamper us since we've already received funding for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we
Yeah.
kept that out in front. Does anybody else have any projects? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Next item on the agenda is the Sheriff Office Budget Amendment Request. Sheriff Klein, you want to come up?
Yeah, this is a budget request where I've received a $1,500 grant from Pilot Flying J. It's going to start a new program here in Wythe County called Confirm OK. It's a program where automated service actually calls our senior citizens just to check their safety.
All right. Any questions for Sheriff Klein?
Do they have to, the seniors have to sign up for this? Is that
Yes, they
how
do.
that work?
Don't run off, we'll take care of another one while you're standing there.
Okay.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the request. Got a motion by Mr. Martin, got a second by Mr. Cook. Any questions? All right, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 All right, so approved. And we're going to jump ahead a little bit on the other request. Mr. Byrne?
You got one more in there first before you jump ahead to that.
Okay.
Page 94 is another amend and appropriate request for 9/12/33.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to approve this request as presented.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Morgan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Martin. Any questions or concerns? All right, we'll start a roll call. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 So approved.
Now, Mr.
Now we can move
Yes, sir.
ahead with an
Thank you.
additional request. So Sheriff Klein, if you want to,
Yeah, in my letter, Fort Chisholm High School is going to be competing for the Single A Boys Basketball Championship in Richmond this Friday. And I'd like to take money from Photo Speed to pay for 2 charter buses for the PEP Club at Fort Chisholm High School.
so I'm sure they appreciate that, and we appreciate that.
I hope so.
So I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Terry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Morgan. Any
Mr.
questions?
Chairman, if I may, your motion is to amend and appropriate 6101, 610104, correct?
Yes, sir, that is
Thank you.
correct.
All right, does that change your second, Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
All right, you're good. All right, hearing none, Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 All right, so approved. Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
Is there any other business for new business, Mr. Byrne?
I do not have any other new business.
Mr. Higgins?
No, sir.
All right, moving on to board reports. Buildings and Grounds Committee.
Yes, sir, Chairman. The Building and Grounds Committee met on March 4th, 2026. Had the following
Recommendations. Number one, authorize purchase and installation of dispatch consoles from Exhibit Bix Systems Incorporated.
All right, coming from a committee, it doesn't need a second. Any questions or concerns about this request? All right, here none.
Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, that is a budgeted item. We have $263,500 in the budget. $249,000 of that remains, and this bid is for, I believe, $209,000. So it's within budget.
All right, thank you. Does that change?
And a motion would also need to include authorizing the county administrator to enter into the contract using a cooperative procurement through the Houston-Galveston Area Council cooperative procurement.
All right. Does that change anybody's?
Mr. Chairman, with that, I would go ahead and just do a motion and a second on
Want to make a
that.
motion on that? All right, got a motion by Mr. Cook, a second by Mr. Terry. We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 So approved.
Second item is authorized withdrawal from the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program for a project involving Mule Hill Road.
All right, see, again, coming from the committee, it doesn't need a second. Is there any questions or concerns regarding this request? Here now, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 So approved.
Accept Z&E Environmental's professional engineering services proposal for the Dry Run Emergency Watershed Protection Project.
Again, coming from the committee, it doesn't need a second. Is there any questions or concerns? All right, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett, we'll start with you.
Aye.
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 So approved. Anything else, Mr. Burnett?
That was it for the.
Moving on to the Water and Wastewater Committee.
Yes, sir. The Water and Wastewater Committee met on March 3rd, 2026, made the following recommendations. Number one, award the Barrett Mill Lock Out Drive Water Improvements Division 3 Station Project to Main Street Builders, LLC. This includes the base project with bid alternative number one, adding the generator for total project award of $398,000.
All right, coming from a committee, it doesn't need a second. Is there any questions or concerns about this request? All right, here none, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 So approved.
Second item is award the Siloam Booster Station Project to Frizzle Construction Company and to amend and appropriate $105,072 to 9050-470446. This includes the base project with bid alternative one, adding the generator for a total project award of $375,972.
All right, again, coming from the committee, it doesn't need a second. Is there any questions or concern with this request? Here none, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 So approved.
Provide a water leak adjustment for rental property at 1391 Ramsey Mountain Road, bringing the balance owed to $163.76.
All right, again, coming from the committee, it doesn't need a second. Is there any questions or concerns on this one? All right, here none, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 All right, is there anything else, Mr. Burnett?
And that was it for the Water and Wastewater Committee.
All right, moving on to Board of Supervisors time. Mr. Burnett, since you got the hot mic, we'll just stay with you.
Very well. All I had was I'd had some, couple of people wondering if we could run some radar down in the Ivanhoe area. Sheriff, if that could happen, we'd appreciate it. And then on Scratch Gravel Road, there are some trees leaning in, growing in, and if we could get VDOT to take a look at that. And then that's all I had, Chairman.
All right, thank you, Mr. Burnett. Ms. Crockett?
All I had was thank Mr. Bear for giving me an update. There was a sign missing on Chase Lane, and that sign has been replaced. Appreciate that.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Cook?
The only thing I got is, I just want to say I'm happy that we're moving forward with the dispatch center, upgrading the equipment there and make things a lot safer in the county. So it's a good, it's a good investment. And that I have nothing.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Martin?
The only thing I've got tonight is I want to thank Miss Olivia for her work again. from being the man on the tractor, as the song says she's doing a good work, and stay after it, young lady, stay after it. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Mr.
I have nothing at this time.
Up this time. Mr. Terry.
Just good luck to the Fort Chisholm boys basketball team as they travel for the state title down in Richmond. And also thank you to Miss Olivia back there for what she's doing. And whatever we need to do to support that project, let us know. And that's all I've got, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, sir. I got a couple of things. One, I want to thank the sheriff and the VDOT. I know Mr. Schwartz is here, but I do want to thank them for the trash pickup that you have done over in the Ivanhoe area. I did see that, so citizens over there is much appreciative of that. And I know as the weather permits, we'll get them in other areas where there's a lot of trash out. So we do thank y'all's efforts on that. Mr. Schwartz, I did send an email to you about some potholes. We won't talk about that. On the Solus, Mr. Byer, if we can make sure that we're pushing that envelope pretty heavy. It seems like we've talked about it long enough at this point. I do want to echo everybody's comments about Ms. Krieger. Don't give up. Keep pushing that envelope. And again, like I said, if anything we can do to help you support that program, you just reach out to us. All of our information is public knowledge, so we're very available, so if you can reach out to us. And the last thing I got, if you haven't noticed, I'm in black and gold. I believe black and gold. I do want to congratulate the Pioneers for making it to the state championship game. They'll be traveling down, so prayers for safe travel and prayers to bring home a championship trophy back to Wythe County. I know I don't want to leave the meeting without also recognizing George Wythe's girls making it to the semifinals. They had a good run this year, but we still have an opportunity to possibly bring back a championship to the county, and we'd love to be able to bring it back to the east side of the county. And I probably will wear black and gold the rest of my life, all day, every day. So, but no, it's good.
Mr. Chairman, if I might, just while you're on that, and Martha can correct me if I'm wrong, I think George Wythe, Emma Faulkner won 2 state championships this weekend in indoor track. Rural Retreat, Trey Ward won 2 events in track, and then since our last meeting, Rural Retreat Wrestling won the 1A championship. So we will have a room full of resolutions here coming up, and hopefully we'll be adding Fort Chisholm to that as well.
It would be good. We've got a lot of talented athletes in the county, and we got a lot to be proud of from
Yes, sir.
every end of the county. So a lot of the projects that Mr. Cook talked about, so a lot going on in Wythe County, and we ought to be proud to be citizens of Wythe County. We've got a good showing statewide. With that, we'll move on to the next item of business, is going into closed session under Code of Virginia 2.23711-A3, acquisition disposition of real property, East Wytheville, and Code of Virginia 2.23711-A8, consultation with legal counsel, Emergency Services Department.
Agreement. Emergency Services Agreement.
Emergency Services Agreement, I'm sorry.
my bad writing.
So moved, sir.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. Terry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Martin. We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 All right, we're now in closed session. All right, I'll entertain a motion to come out of closed session.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Terry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Martin. Do a roll call vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
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 We're now in open session. Mr. Terry, will you read the certification?
Yes, sir. Whereas the Wythe County Board of Supervisors has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. Whereas Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by the Wythe County Board of Supervisors that such a meeting was conducted in conformity with the Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Wythe County Board of Supervisors hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, any only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which the certification resolution applies, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening this closed meeting were heard, discussed, and are considered by the Wythe County Board of Supervisors. And I will make that a motion, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Mr. Terry. I got a motion by Mr. Terry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, was that you, Mr. Morgan? By Mr. Morgan. We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Terry?
Aye.
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 All right, so approved. The additional business to be brought before the board?
No additional business, just obviously, you'll recess here. We do have the budget meetings next week. Ms. Collins and staff will be working on some lunch menus, so we will have your pizza or whatever you want this time. But
It was pizza, it's now steak.
Especially at 8:30 in the morning.
We have those lined up. For new people, everybody will come in, and we will you go through the presentations and everything. I do not know, some of them will be quick, some of them will be long, just the standard process there. And then we'll wrap up by Wednesday afternoon. And I'll try to be sending you all before the end of this week some summary emails on where we currently are. Been going through the budget since I'm back in the office and just trying to find any areas of small errors or small number changes, and they're very few, which is not good. So it's still a large deficit for us to figure out how we're going to address this year, but we'll start that process next week.
Very good.
Awesome. Deputy County Administrator, Mr. Higgins?
Nothing for me.
Mr. Father?
No, sir, thank you.
Ms. Collins? Any other board member? All right, we'll be in recess until 8:30 a.m., Monday, March the 16th. Have a good evening.